one side of the table to the other and talked about the various developments in the field of standards and how the scenario has unfolded in the area of hold-ups and holdouts, in the working of the FRAND licensing practices, the eclectic course that the mobile phone wars have taken place, going up to the US Supreme Court, then landing into the International Trade Commission for balancing the legal and the competitive aspects, and finally, the administration at the highest level in the US had to intervene, and now there is a fair assertion of the principle of public interest. Now, please correct me, Mr. Matthew, if I have said anything wrong, but that's the take from your excellent presentation, and Mr. Mani and Mr. Matthew. And so I would request audience to recall that particular presentation also. Now, as far as IP standards are concerned, I think we can quickly recall that they offer the advantages of economies of scale, interoperability. They enhance utility, safety, and provide a level playing field for competing entities. However, if the FRAND terms of licensing and other attending regulations are not properly worked, there could be tensions between the patent system and the standard system, and the standard system sometimes is accused also of stifling innovation and competition. At the same time, the patent system is also accused of not providing that playing field which standard-setting organizations also need. The quality of patenting, the time taken from application to grant of patent, the working of the patent system, the cost of patenting, all are related in a way not only to the efficacy of the patent system, but also the interface between IP and the patents. And so, what are the kind of steps which have been thought to remedy this situation? Broadly in three categories. Both the SSOs and the IPOs, the IP offices, have embarked upon an internal review to improve, streamline their own working and their own relationships between each other. Sometimes recourse has been taken to finding solutions from the market, and that's the second area which I would like to emphasize. We have heard about that in earlier sessions. Patent pools, for example, cross-licensing. These are market-related solutions, which again, sometimes are sought of. And finally is the legislation. If these do not succeed, you have legislation which can come into the area of competition law, or there has also been a suggestion that there should be perhaps, to resolve disputes between the two systems, a right of license, or a license of right, sorry, in this area. But again, I think our panelists will say something more about that. The last thing on patents, there is also an increasing interest. Sorry, the last thing on standards from my side. And believe me, I'm no expert, as you can well imagine from my discourse. I'm no expert on standards alone, but there is, I know, a rising interest in what are called as open standards. Not to be confused with open source software, but open standards certainly are something which the international community has been looking at with seriousness. Now, one word about benchmarking. Of course, there is benchmarking related to how various industries and industrial units can set their internal procedures to benchmark it with the industry standards. But I would like to think of benchmarking in the sense of IP strategy. What is a country's IP strategy, and how does it benchmark with the best practices, whether abroad or in other similarly situated countries in the field of IP creation and generation, in the field of IP management, in the field of IP enforcement, for finding the economic value of IP, commercializing, and for dealing with the issues which have become more and more important, the global issues, how to deal with health, how to deal with environment, how to deal with food safety. So these are the issues in which, at every level, from the quality of the patent system or the IP system, I would emphasize intellectual property system. Let's not overemphasize the patent system here. A country's economy depends upon a bundle of IP rights, which include copyright, which include traditional knowledge, which include plant breeders' rights, not only patents. And so benchmarking has to deal with this broad area of how to make IP system better, more efficacious for growth, for development, and for job creation, and as far as companies are concerned, for their competitiveness and for their profitability. So these were my initial thoughts, and I would now like to invite our panelists, and I would request them to, if they can take about 10 minutes each. My first panelist is Mr. J.L. Anil Kumar, who is head IP and standards in Philips Intellectual Property and Standards India, a very knowledgeable person heading a very relevant department. Mr. Anil Kumar, you have the floor, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.